Saturday morning, I will be joining another team to take on a cause that's been very close to my heart. The team, Carriers Cavalry, and the goal is a walk to end Alzheimer's disease. And today we have team captain and our expert in elder law and estate planning, David Carrier, here with us.
You know, it's kind of fun when you say that. I haven't been Captain Carrier since the 80s, you know, when I was on active duty.
Yeah, well, you're captain of this
Army.
team, and I'm invited back for the second year in a row, believe it or not.
So, did a good job last year. I mean,
thank you.
Come on back,
because I kept the rain away last year.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly it.
And we're counting on you again.
Well, you know what? I'm seeing what I can do, I promise. Before we get to the walk and the great information about that, we have a couple questions that viewers have asked us to check in with you about. And the first involves power of attorney.
Right.
And what that means. And basically, this viewer said, why would a power of attorney be denied when selling mother's home to pay for her care?
Well, the thing that you have to understand about powers of attorney is that there is no thing called a power of attorney. You know, there isn't just one of them. Powers of attorney, legal document. Lots of people like to think, oh, it's just a power. I have a power of attorney, I'm done. It doesn't work that way. You have to look at what does the power of attorney actually say. Why did you do it in the first place? Because that'll usually give you a hint as to what it says, but you have to read the thing. And oftentimes, nobody reads them until it's time to use it. And now when it's time to use it, now the attorney for the, in this case it was a title company, said, hey, we can't use that one. Why not? Well, there could be many reasons why not, but nobody was really thinking about it up front. And so it's one of those things. You really have to be very thoughtful, very intentional.
And specific about what you're doing. And if you intend that to be a broad scope of a power of attorney, it needs to be specified.
That's exactly
at the time. Yeah. Okay, another question has to do with the Ladybird Deed. And I think these are fairly common in certain generations, but
a lot of people doing these.
The question is, my mother's in a nursing home and has a guardian over her financial affairs. Can she sign a Ladybird Deed on her house, leaving it to me?
Well, the short answer is no. The longer answer is maybe. The fact that mom's in a nursing home suggests that she's suffering from dementia, right? The fact that she has a guardian tells us that she's a legally incapacitated person. In other words, mom can't sign anything. Now, maybe the guardian, and when it's dealing with property, we call him a conservator. I mean, it's two separate probate cases, guardian for health care, conservator for the property. Maybe we can ask the court, and maybe the judge will say, okay, you can sign a Ladybird Deed here. But the conservator has no authority just to do that, and certainly the guardian has no authority to do that, and mom has no authority to do that. And it's extremely important that it be done. It's worth going to the court and saying, hey, judge, may I please, you know, mother, may I? It's so important to do that because if that house goes through probate and mom's on the Medicaid, which she almost guaranteed is or will be,
then the house gets sold.
Then the house goes to the state.
Yes. And
if it goes through probate. So doing a Ladybird Deed or something else, very, very important. But, you know, you're at the point right now where you're just rolling the dice. Right. Will the court allow it? Will the court? You're not in control, which is why,
it's important to plan ahead.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the life plan workshops, because I know this is something that you cover so many of these different topics that are important, that everything is, I like to use the phrase, buttoned up.
Right. Well, you know, one of the things that we like to do in the workshop, the reason we do so many of them, it's kind of a, I don't know if you want to call it mission, or like, give me an example. We have a new person coming on board. There's about 24 of us, about 24 now, folks who are doing this kind of work at the law offices. And this lady's taking a pay cut and a vacation cut to come work with us because she gets it. She sees the work that we're doing. It's very important work. She understands it. And all the team members are that way. You know, the people at our offices, they work very hard. They get very much involved with folks. And it all starts at the workshop.
Right.
You know, where we start saying, look, here's the way the world works. It really does work this way. We were saying right before the, you know, just before we came on air, denial is not just a, you know, it ain't just a river in Egypt, okay?
Exactly.
A lot of people say, I've got that, I'm all set.
And you offer these workshops all the time, both in Grand Rapids and along the lakeshore. And so we'll get that information linked to your website as well. Sure. So let's talk about the big walk going on this weekend.
Yeah, the walk to end Alzheimer's. Just love the walk. It's, you know, you were there last year, you know, kicked it off, that went so well. And we've got about 60, 70 people now in the cavalry.
In the cavalry.
You know, who are going to, at least we have that many T-shirts. I'm not sure we have them all filled yet, but yeah, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, it's near and dear to our hearts. And the thing is, it's such a great event because it's fun. You know, we got Louis the Laker out there. You're going to be there. Jordan's coming out as well. You can do a memory garden. You can leave a flower for a loved one in your family. But you know what the coolest things, like we do a photo booth and all that, and there are other sponsors who do cool things. But the neatest thing are these family groups, because you'll see multi-generation. You'll see, you know, grandpa or, you know, if one of them had the disease, then you see the other one, all the way down to pushing the baby buggy. And they're wearing T-shirts in memory of the parent, grandparent or parent or spouse. And it's the family groups that really get you. Plus, if you've never been cheered by official cheerleaders, right?
You get a chance for that.
Absolutely. the cheerleading squad, you know, and they're showing the pom-pom. It's like, you know, not to be missed.
Exactly. That's Saturday morning, Millennium Park. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Exciting times.
No, the kickoff is at 10.
10 o'clock.
You can start at 9, and there's breakfast, and there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
No charge. And then, but then the kickoff is at 10. That's when you're speaking. That's
when I'm speaking, exactly. Hope to see you there. Don't go away, because we are taking a nutritional turn and taking EightWest outside, where the YMCA veggie van is dishing out delicious options for healthy eating. That's right after this quick break.